I'll show you something now. This is something that's not in the book. Heads up. Hey, hey, hey. I'm going to show you something. You need to know this right here. When you're putting the engine together at this point, especially if you're replacing parts, and if you remember, we went through like 3 of these kicker segments to get one that wasn't cracked. This is a good one. Okay, what I'm going to show you is if you leave those 2 gas tank top bolts loose in the bottom, when you put that together, that engine will move that much. That's how much play is in the bolt holes in the top. If you bolted this engine down like that right there, if you bolted that tank down in that position, then when you continue putting it together, you put that on there. That's a fixed position. It can't move. That's a new pin, no wear on it, and this is pretty decent hole in this right here. Well, just no wear whatsoever. Okay, when you put them 2 together, can you see that? It hardly meshes. There's that much play in there. Looking at it here on site, it's like 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and if this was worn any at all, or if the teeth on this was worn, then it would miss a tooth every now and then in that position. The same goes if you pull it. If you tighten it up right there in that position, and you put this on there, put that on there, put that on there, put that up there like that, it's really tight. I could hardly see it. It will not hardly go up. That's too tight. I have to relieve it a little bit over here, push it that way to get it to work. What you want to do is whatever the 2 gears that you have, depending on the wear and the paint buildup. This paint is gonna wear away. It's only primer and it's only 1 coat on this. I tried not to, and even to the point where that I will probably hold this on a wire brush and remove the paint before. I'm gonna do it now. We'll be back. And we're back. The mating surfaces, the paint has been removed. The hole is good and clean. The wire brush is really clean. I did remove the primer on the mating surface there. That has no primer on it, so that goes. And I did take the wire wheel and remove the paint on all of the teeth, and also the top part. I did take a scraper and go in there, even on this part here, and remove the mating part of the primer. It's worth your time to do this if you want an engine that will start the same every time, dependably. You see how much that will move right there. You see that movement? I'm not sure. You see how much that'll move? You need to make that adjustment, especially if you're putting an engine back together with its own parts. You do need to check this and make sure that it's not too tight and it's not too loose. I'm going to set this one a little bit, I'm going to set it a little bit close, but not tight. And it will put one side of your flywheel closer to the gas tank over there too. You can go to that extreme by putting a flywheel on here and seeing what the differences over there is. I would rather be a little close over here and not have no slop in this area. About right there, and I'm going to snug the bolts on the bottom of the tank up a little bit so that I won't have as much play in there. And all the time you moving this around now, don't forget about that little bitty gap in that drain back in yonder. That's real important. So don't forget about that thing. You want to keep that thing, and that sealer will get moved around in there. So if it gets over there, get it out. I did tighten them up just a little bit. I can still move them. You see this? You say, well, you sure are taking a long time to do that. I tell you, at the end of it all, this kind of stuff right here is what sets your Maytag apart from everyone else. And I did get that a little bit tight And if you did, it's your place there. You got that a little too tight. You have to do exactly what I did. It takes the same amount of time for you to do it as me to do it. So, you know, just get her done. Oh yeah, that's nice right there. See, I moved that over just a little bit. Now, if I can tighten it up and maintain that setting, it's close, but it's not too close. So I think I will lose a little bit of that when I go to tightening it. I'm going to check it again, but I'm going to tighten it right there. This is actually going to be, so far, this is actually a pretty good engine. One of the reasons that I'm doing it the way that we're doing it, taking a little extra time, because it is the year model. It's the first year of production of these. See, I lost a little bit of that alignment, but it's still, oh, that's good. Yeah, we're going to have a good one there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up them bolts really good. That's pretty tight. I believe we'll be all right there. Now at this point, you say, well, he's going to do it again. And yes, I am. I'm going to check it to make sure. You see that? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a nice one. That's nice right there. That's what you want to end up with. Now we'll get on to sealing the gas tank.